Good morning, my teachers, principal sir, and my dear friends. My name is Ayush Chaudhary. I am from class 4B. Today I show the experiment. In this experiment, the dirty water converts into the clean water. This process is into the three steps. First, sedimentation. Second, decantation. Third, filtration. First, we will take a glass of water and some muds and undisturbed for 15 minutes. We get the mud is bottom of the glass and the clean water is the upper of the glass. And this mud is also known as the sediments. Now we will take the water into this glass. The process in which the water goes into this glass is known as the decantation. And third, filtration. In filtration, we have to take a glass and funnel and the filter paper, and filter paper give over the glass and funnel all it. And we give this dirty water into this glass. You can see the dirty water converts into the clean water. Thank you.
Good morning, teacher. I am Atham Survanshi. I study in class 3A. Today I am going to explain about model test paper number 1, question number F, about India. This is the map of India. This orange dot is Bhopal, the capital of Madhya Pradesh, and this green dot is Odisha, the Indian state, the state of India. This brown land is Andaman and Nicobar Island, and this red dot is Lucknow, the capital of Uttar Pradesh, the biggest state in India. This pink dot is Ranchi, capital of Jharkhand. These yellow areas are rice producing areas. This blue lines are Ganga river, and this purple lines are Narmada river. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Rudra Kumar Singh, class 3, section E. I am going to tell you about some landmarks of my country, India. Number 1, River Narmada. River Narmada is the 5th longest river of India. It starts from Mekal mountain in level 3 too. I am going to tell about our country. Here is our country's maps. Ganga. Ganga shown by blue in color. Ganga River. It is holy river. Its flow Gangotri to Bay of Bengal. It is largest river of India. Length is 2,704 km. This is Narmada. Narmada shown by blue in color. Narmada. It is fifth largest river at India. It's called lifeline of Madhya Pradesh. Its length is 1,312 km. This is rice production area shown by green color. Rice production area. The rice major production area is Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, West Bengal, Assam, Andaman and Nicobar Island. Andaman and Nicobar Island shown by brown in color. Odisha. It is state of many temples. Bhopal is the capital of Madhya Pradesh. Ranchi. It is a capital of Jharkhand. Lucknow. It is a capital of Uttar Pradesh. Thank you.
Hello friends and respected teachers. I am Anand Vaibhav from class 8F and I am going to speak about forest. What is the definition of forest? A public green area in a town used for recreation. An area rich in biodiversity. A large area of land densely populated by trees. A flat area covered in plants. The word forest is derived from a Latin word foris that means outside. Forest is one of the most important natural resources of the earth. Approximately 1/3 of the earth's total area is covered by forests. What are importance of forest? Forests help to preserve biodiversity. Forests are natural habitats of plants and animals. Forests provide timber, wood, fuel, medicines, fodder, etc. Forests help to maintain ecological balance. Forests help to control climate and rainfall. Forests help to prevent soil erosion and control of floods. Nature maintains a balance between carbon dioxide and oxygen. Forest trees helps in bringing sufficient rainfall on earth. Forests are also helps in conservation of soil. Forests provide habitat to wildlife and help in their preservation. It provides food, medicinal herbs as well as other satisfactory requirements to fulfill our need. What is forest conservation? Forest conservation is a practice of planning and maintaining forested areas for the benefit and sustainability of future generations. It shall be deemed to have come into the force on the 25th day of October 1980. It extends to the whole of India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. What are afforestation and deforestation? Afforestation is the establishment of forest or stand of trees, forestation in an area where there was no previous tree cover. And what are deforestation? Deforestation is the removal of forest or stand of trees where the land is thereafter converted to non-forest use. We should follow afforestation, not deforestation. Then, what are forest fires? Definition: an uncontrolled fire in a region, unmaintained wilderness or countryside. Unique traits: enormous size, high speed, ability to change direction and jump obstacles. Characterizing fires: causes, fuel type, weather effects, location. So thank you for watching my video.
Greeting to all of you. My name is Ravi from class 2D of Gyaniketan BBC Patna. Today my topic is different kind of food. First of all, my question is what is food and why do we need food? A food is something that provides nutrients different kind of food. Here is chart you can see. In this part different variety of food are available. In this part you can see cheese, bread, wheat. These all food are energy giving food which provide us energy working, playing and doing other activity. In this part you can see fruit, vegetable and nuts available. These all food are protective food. It helps to our body fight disease. We all need protective food to protect from fall sick. And this part you can see fish, meat, egg, milk. This all food are body building food because it helps to our body grow, and this also make our bones and muscles strong. So we learned a different kind of food, and very important that things is that we eat all food in balanced diet. Our question is, what is balanced diet? Balanced diet has food all the food group right amount. So that's all. Thank you.
Hello friends and respected teachers. I am Anand Vaibhav from class 8F and I am going to tell about non-conventional energy sources. What is non-conventional energy sources? Those energy sources which are renewable and ecologically safe, such as solar energy, wind energy, biomass energy, ocean energy, tidal energy, wave energy, ocean thermal energy, geothermal energy, nuclear energy, etc. Some sources of energy are non-renewable like coal, petroleum and natural gas. Now, advantage of non-conventional energy sources. These are renewable and inexhaustible. No need to conserve them. Pollution free and eco-friendly. Available in abundance. These are also known as the energy of the future. Disadvantage. Wind is not available all times. It requires a large area of land. A minimum wind speed of 15 km per hour is required. Now, types of non-conventional sources of energy. Solar energy, wind energy, hydro energy, geothermal energy, biofuel and biogas energy. Silent features of non-conventional energy sources. Wind energy. Advantage. Non-polluting, low-cost production of electricity once set up, safe and clean. Disadvantage. Noise pollution, windmills, costly to set up, disturbs radio and TV reception, harmful to birds. Now, solar energy. Advantage. Inexhaustible, non-polluting. Disadvantage. Expensive, diffused source, so gets wasted. Tidal energy. Advantage. Non-polluting, inexhaustible. Disadvantage. Destroy wildlife habitat, difficult to harness. Now, nuclear energy. Advantage. Emits large amount of energy. Disadvantage. Generates radioactive waste and expensive. Now, biogas. Advantage. Low cost, easy to operate, makers of bio-waste. Disadvantage. Causes greenhouse effect. Geothermal energy. Clean, eco-friendly and always available. Located far away from cities and so costly to transport the electricity. Now, thank you for watching my video.
Respected principal sir, vice principal and teachers, I Anmol Kishore from Gyan Niketan School would like to present a poetry whose title is Have You Seen the Cuckoo Bird by Swapna Datta. Have you seen the cuckoo bird with raven-colored wing? Although I haven't seen one yet, I have often heard her sing. The cuckoo on our champak tree is hidden from our sight because the leaves are thick and close, but how she sings at night. Cuckoo, cuckoo, says the bird, I may be dark is true, but there is not a single bird that sings the way I do.
Today I am going to describe the process of separation of insoluble substance with the help of sedimentation and filtration. First, I am going to explain sedimentation. It is a process. It is a physical water treatment process using gravity to remove suspended solids from water. Now I am going to explain filtration. Filtration is a process in which a substance becomes more clean or pure. Few basic components required in this process are beaker, funnel, and the mixture of mud and water. The process completes in 3 steps. First, sedimentation. Second, decantation. Third, filtration. For this process, first we will take mixture of mud and water in a beaker and kept it undisturbed for 15 to 20 minutes. Being heavy, the mud particles settle down at the bottom of the glass, while the clear water is collected as a layer above it. This process is known as sedimentation, and the heavy mud particles which settle down at the bottom of the glass is known as sediments. In second step, we will separate clean water collected above the sediment into another beaker. This process is known as decantation.
करो डालो ऊपर से डालो डालो और डालो बस
In third step, we will go for filtration.
चलो बोलो
We will place the funnel over it and pour the collected water through the funnel.
डालो आराम से डालो इसको हटा दो फनेल हटा दो फनेल भी हटा दो दिखाओ
Now we will observe that the filtration makes the water more clean and impurities collect on the filter paper. Thank you.
Respected Principal Sir, Vice Principal and teacher, I Avna Singh from Niketan School would like to present you a poetry whose title is Have You Seen the Cuckoo Bird by Sitna Dada. Have you seen the cuckoo bird with raving colored wings? Although I have seen on yet ivy often heard her sing, the cuckoo on our champa tree is hidden for our sight, because the lips are thick and close, but how she sings at night. Cuckoo, cuckoo, say the bird is maybe dark is true, but there is not a single bird that sings way I do. Thank you.
Respected Principal Sir, Vice Principal and my all teacher, I Harshad from Niketan School would like to present you a poetry whose title is Have You Seen the Cuckoo Bird by Sapna Datta. Have you seen the cuckoo bird with raven colored wing? Although I haven't seen one yet, I have often heard her sing. The cuckoo on our champa tree is hidden from our sight, because there is a thick and close, but how she sings at night. Cuckoo, cuckoo, says the word, I may be dark is true, but there is not a single word that sings way I do. Thank you.
Hello friends, my name is Subnaman and I am from class 8E. So let's start the video. Resources are anything that satisfy our needs, like air we breathe, water we drink. Even we humans are also a resource. Anything becomes a resource if we value it and it has its own utility. There are many types of resources like natural resources, man-made resources which are made by us, localized resources, ubiquitous resources, abiotic resources, biotic resources, and many more. But in this video we will mainly focus on the ubiquitous resources and localized resources. Ubiquitous resources are those resources which are found everywhere on the earth, like the air we breathe. Localized resources are those resources which can be found only on certain places, like copper ore, iron ore, etc. Last, resource conservation. We know that some resources like petrol, plant and animal species are at limited amount, so we need to conserve them. Resource conservation means using resources carefully and letting them time to get renewed is called resource conservation. We can conserve resources by doing some little steps like protecting wildlife and plant species, etc. and sustainable development.
Good morning, all of you. I am Nivan Kashyap. I read in class 2D. I study in Gyan Niketan VVC Gola Road, Patna. Today, I am going to explain different types of food. But first of all, do you know why do we need food? Yes, because food gives us energy to work and play. First, now I am explaining. First, energy giving food. Food like sugar, rice, bread, potato and juice gives us energy. These food are called energy giving food. We need energy to do all types of work like playing, jumping, running. Second, protective food. Food like fruits, vegetables and nuts help our body to fight disease. These protect us from falling sick. These food are called protective food. Third, bodybuilding food. Food like nut, egg, butter, milk, chicken, fish and pulses help our body to grow. These make our bones and muscles strong. These food are called protective food. Thank you.
Welcome. My name is Siddharth Ranjan and I am in class 8F in Gyan Niketan School, Patna. Today I am going to be discuss about a topic that what is biomass and biomass energy. So we will first learn about that what is biomass. What is biomass? The biomass is defined as organic matter, mean the matter that are derived from living organisms like plants or animals, and especially plant matter that can be converted to fuel and is regarded as potential energy source. In short, the biomass is an organic matter that is burnt as fuel to give us heat energy, and this energy is also referred to as biomass energy. Now we are going to learn about some sources of biomass. Some sources of biomass are agricultural crops and residues, forestry crops and residues, industrial residues, animal residues, municipal solid waste and sewage. There are mainly 5 types of biomass: wood, crops, garbage, landfill and alcohol fuels. Means these types of biomass are mainly burned to get heat energy, which is also known as the biomass energy. What are the advantages and disadvantages of biomass? Advantages: theoretically, inexhaustible fuel source. There is a minimum environment impact. Alcohol and other fuels produced by biomass are efficient, viable and relatively clean burning. Available throughout the world. Disadvantages: could contribute a great deal to global warming and particulate pollution if directly burned. Still an expensive source, both in terms of producing the biomass and converting it to alcohols. On a small scale, there is most likely a net loss of energy, and energy must be put into below the plant mass. In short, we have learned that the biomass is a type of organic matter that is burnt as fuel to give the thermal energy, and this thermal energy is converted to potential energy, electric energy and etc. And this energy is also known as biomass energy. We have also know about the various types of biomass and various sources of biomass, and we have also learned about that what are the disadvantages and advantages of biomass. Now we are going to be learn about the biomass energy. What is biomass energy? The biomass energy is defined by any organic materials, mainly biomass, that can be burned and used as the source of fuel, wood being the main source of biomass. Advantages and disadvantages of biomass energy. Advantages: can reduce landfill space, can be used as fuel, can be sustainable energy source if managed properly, can utilize some animal, food and plant wastes. Disadvantages: supply challenges exists especially in urban areas, reduces the nutrients returned to the soil. Mixed soil requires separation before burning. Combustion produces air pollution. Thanks for watching my video. Goodbye and take.
Hello ma'am, my name is Manvendra Kumar. Today I will explain the matter. What is matter? Matter is anything that occupies the space. So, see, I have a copy. This is a matter. Why? This is a solid. Because the 3 states of matter. First, solid. Second, liquid. Third, gas. First, solid. This is a copy. It is the solid and it has mass and it occupies the space. It occupies the space. Why? Solid has fixed shape. Why? Because the molecules are present. Our molecules are present in solid closely. What is molecules? Molecules are tiny particles made up of atoms. Atoms is a tiny particles. molecules in this copy packed closely. So, this is the reason the solid has definite shape. Second, I am present the liquid. See, I have a two containers. See, I have a glass of water. In this glass, water is filled, and I have another container. So, water is liquid. Water is the example of liquid. I will fill the water in this glass. Water takes the glass shape. When I will put the water into another container, water takes the another container shape. Why? Because molecules in water present loosely. Molecules are present in water loosely. So, this is the reason that water takes the container shape. Third, I will present the gas. See, I have a balloon. When I will blow the air in this balloon, so balloon takes the original shape. Why? Why? Because air occupies the whole space of the balloon. When the air go from the balloon takes its original shape. Why? Because the molecules in gases were packed very loosely, and air is the example of gas, and steam is two example of gas. Steam comes out of it when I will put the air into a container. Air occupies the whole space. Thank you.